my green juice and it'll start making so much.
I see a lot of people drink green juices thinking that they're going to get healthier. Well, the simple fact is, when you juice raw greens, you're getting a lot of oxalic acid, which is a plant defense chemical that is in greens, especially raw greens, in high amounts. So I really wouldn't recommend.
I do think the discussion around oxalates is warranted for those consuming extreme amounts of oxalate-rich vegetables, typically in the form of drinks, and may already have a pre-existing issue with breaking down oxalates. But for the majority of the population consuming oxalate-rich foods in moderation, there isn't much data indicating that it's actually a concern. But what can we do to mitigate the risk of potentially having the deleterious side effects associated with excessive oxalate retention? Well, one of the main places that oxalates will be retained is within the kidneys, and calcium oxalate kidney stones are the most common type of kidney stones. So the first thing you might think of is that we should restrict both calcium and oxalate. With that being said, it does appear that dietary restriction of calcium enhances oxalate absorption, but increasing calcium intake, especially alongside a meal containing oxalates, increases the amount of these calcium oxalates that are formed inside of the gastrointestinal tract, which actually reduces the amount that is able to be absorbed, which allows us to safely excrete oxalates rather than retaining it, which puts us at a greater risk of calcium oxalate kidney stones. Therefore, it's indicated that to avoid oxalate kidney stones, calcium supplements should be taken alongside meals, and a calcium deficiency can exacerbate the risk of calcium oxalate kidney stones. With that being said, once oxalates have been absorbed, there's another thing that can be done to prevent calcium oxalate stones from forming. Citrate is a molecule that can actually bind to calcium and prevent this calcium from binding to oxalate. As you may have guessed, citrus fruits contain a specific form of citrate called potassium citrate, and consuming 4 ounces of lemon juice or 4 ounces of melon juice or orange juice is an effective strategy to increase oxalate excretion and decrease oxalate kidney stone formation. In the grand scheme of things, increasing our calcium intake, especially during a meal that is already high in oxalate, as well as increasing our consumption of citrate-rich foods, are two effective strategies to reduce our risk of oxalate retention and oxalate kidney stone formation. With that being said, if you would like an individualized approach to your nutrition and lifestyle to optimize your health, energy, and body composition, send me a DM to sign up for coaching.